Recently, I realized that we are now in the 4th generation of Star Stable horses. For those of you who don't believe me, I will try and use this very short video to explain what I'm talking about. But it all revolves around animation and gear. For those of you who don't remember, the 2nd generation horses of Star Stable actually had very kind of repeating animations. So you would, for example, see the exact same idle animation on an English thoroughbred as you would on the Mustang, as you would on the Morgans, and so on and so forth. The horses didn't really have a large variant of animations. So when the 3rd generation horses came out, we kind of saw that these horses were made very uniquely. Each seemed to have a very specific type of animation, and they were each designed very unique. However, this was all a bit of a fraud. The horses weren't unique. They actually lended a lot of animations. The only difference between the 2nd and 3rd generation that I can see is that they only have a larger variant of animations, not necessarily very unique animations. The most egregious example of 3rd generation horses that were essentially just the same would be the Trackener, the Jorvik Main, and then the Andalusian and the Nabstrapper. These horses' animations were pretty much the same, and it was kind of shocking to see, especially with the Nabstrapper and Andalusian, which we all thought the Andalusian was put a lot more thought into. But it was kind of just done very quickly and then just copy-pasted to the Nabstrapper, which was a big disappointment. When the Mawari came out, we saw something very interesting. The horse had not only unique animations, it had not only very unique mane and tail style, but it also had a gear style which could only be put on the Mawari. This is very important for later. However, moving on to the Jorvik Wild horses that came out shortly thereafter, we can see a once again very unique animation style specifically designed for the Jorvik Wild horses. This can then again be put to the Frisian horses that came out and then again to the Gotland pony. Now what is very interesting about the Gotland pony is that it does share an animation with another horse, and that is the Mawari, the rear. So what I'm exactly saying here is that we are seeing a new batch of animations being released. The earlier horses, the Andalusian, the Thoroughbred, and all of these horses actually share animation styles with these 3rd generation horses. Whereas the newer horses coming out, the Frisian, the Jorvik Wild, the Marwari, and of course the Gotland, are actually sharing a new set pool of animations that will now be repeated with the newer horses that will be coming out. The second thing I want to briefly discuss is the gear. Now the 3rd generation horses have a very interesting thing that you can only use 3rd generation gear on a 3rd generation horse. This is again being repeated with the new 4th generation horses. The Frisian has very specific gear attributed to it. The Marwari has very specific gear attributed to it. The Gotland pony can actually wear the Frisian gear. And we are also going to be seeing very soon a headset that is going to be made for the Jorvik Wild horses. So once again, we are seeing a gear type that is being repeated for the 4th generation horses, and I think that we're going to see a lot more of these specific gear types for specific horses. But what does this mean for Star Stable? The fact that we're in the 4th generation, does this mean that all the horses will have to be redone? Possibly. It means that they do have an excuse to redo the horses and resell them, which is a little disconcerting, seeing as they haven't yet done the Icelandic pony, which is something that we've been asking for years. And that's actually a horse that you need to complete a specific quest in the game, which is rather shocking. We are definitely in the 4th generation, there is no denying that. And with the horses coming out, you're going to see more exclusive gear types, you're going to see more better type animations, and yeah, they're going to eventually announce that they have the 4th generation horse. Anyway, just a thought I wanted to share. Safe riding out there, guys.